What's up guys, Nolan here, and we officially begun to move through the roadmap that BSG gave us a while back, as today they uploaded patch 13.0.5 being the first part of that roadmap. As always, they seem to have snuck some stuff in as well as removed a couple things, so we'll get into that. But first, if you like what I do here, hit the button to show it and sub for more, I really appreciate it. So the only noticeable removal from the roadmap was the skybox change, which maybe they just forgot to put it in the patch notes. I asked BSG and haven't gotten a response yet, but now I haven't noticed a difference. So it doesn't look like it made it in, but maybe it did. Maybe it's a frame thing or something. I'm not sure. We'll update when I have something. Now, to be clear, that doesn't mean that that's not going to happen. It's just they didn't put it in this patch or it's not ready yet, so it'll happen in the next patch. Speaking of what is in this patch, going through the patch notes quickly shows you the audio changes have come in, which were seemingly the most important. Right at the top, they explain that the first iteration of the new audio has been completed on all locations. There will be at least one more iteration's worth of tuning and then fine-tuning, so it's not complete yet, but it is absolutely better. You will definitely notice a difference in buildings on Reserve, Lighthouse, and a little bit on Customs, but also indoors in Interchange and Labs, of course. Headset volumes have been changed along with just how they function in general. You will need to test your personal favorite headsets in game to see for yourself. I have already seen some people complaining about it, so just remember, nothing is final. They can make more changes, but it for sure won't happen the same day or probably the same week. So test these things out, try out some other tactics, and keep in mind they like their realism in this game, and these headsets are like having speakers inside cups on your ears in real life. So maybe that's what they're going for. It's absolutely what they're going for with the Gishes. The Gishes are known as probably the shittiest headset in the game, and they're definitely that now. Check those out just for the memes. With the limited testing I did, I think they sound more realistic, but that's not always a good thing, so give your feedback below or on Twitter or on the Discord link below as well. A bunch of audio and visual bugs were also fixed here. Just all in all, a good technical patch, and again, if you want to check out the full list, I have in the description. But that's pretty much everything. Now, what wasn't on that list of patch notes were a lot of hidden additions to the game we will need to watch out for. Data miners have found a list of things that don't seem to be in the game yet, but do refer to upcoming features. I tested the scav selling, and you already can put flashlights on your helmets, but you can't turn them on or off like usual, so that new feature isn't in yet, as well as the scav stuff. So again, these don't seem to be working yet, but the ability to sell your items directly from your scav, quick use with double clicks, and the ability to turn helmet attachments on and off are now all in the game code. They just don't work yet. We also got references to a scav role / arena fighter event, as well as arena guard voice lines, pointing to, of course, some kind of arena event. I'm not going to play the voice lines, and to be honest, BSG always gets snippy whenever I actually show the data mine stuff, so I'm going to draw the line here somewhere where, hey, I'm giving you guys a heads up, and you definitely know where to go to find this stuff. So if you want to go listen to them, go ahead and go listen to them, and we'll see what happens with that. But now what has happened in the past is when data miners find certain clues to events, BSG have admitted that they cancel the events sometimes because it cancels the surprise, and they wanted to surprise people. So since these were found, it's possible it's delayed, but I wouldn't say it's canceled. Obviously, they're not just going to say, hey, they found this event, so that means arena's canceled, because they're still going to launch arena and they still want to have some stuff. Not to mention, if somebody worked on this stuff, they're not going to not use it. They're going to use it at some point, but maybe they'll delay it. Who knows? Also, this could have been a mistake, seeing as the helmet attachment, scav sell-all, and item quick use were intended for patch 14. That's 2 patches away right now. It's possible those have been finished, but accidentally made their way into this build at the same time for this stuff for arena. When last spoken about, Nikita said arena was still 6 to 8 months away, and that was almost 2 months ago. And sure, maybe they're early, or maybe he was talking about full release for arena when they're still planning to do some early testing, which would make that a couple months earlier than that, which might end up working out pretty well in terms of timing. Either way, I'm not optimistic these point to arena being sooner, but it is likely some kind of event pops off that is connected to it, since Chronicles of Rizzy hasn't finished yet. There is more coming, and that is directly connected to arena. I'd say keep an eye out for something this weekend, and realistically every weekend until the next wipe, because there is going to be more events. It's just a matter of when. Speaking of the next patch, in my mind, could be a wipe, but patch 14 is most certainly one. The next patch being 13.1, and with all the tech and the crazy stuff going on with that, I've already made a couple of videos where I talk about that. It's completely possible that they wipe with 13.1 in the next couple months, and then patch 14 is our New Year patch. However, with the accidental addition of some of these features that we were just talking about in this patch, maybe it is sooner. Everybody knows me as a more optimistic guy, and that's definitely speculation there. There's a lot that can happen here. The best case scenario would be patch 13.1 in now June, and then maybe they wipe with patch 14 in July. And in my mind, it seems like that could be possible, but we'll see. What's also very possible is 13.1 at some point in the next couple months, and then patch 14 as the New Year patch. None of this is set in stone, and it's all very sketchy in terms of timing. All we can do is wait and see. Now, again, with the next patch being 13.1, and with all the tech stuff coming in with that, between now and then, we'll be getting the update to Unity 2021. I forgot to mention this last time I discussed this, and there were a lot of people asking questions, but for those who are wondering why they don't just just go straight to 2023 and they go with the older generations. The reason is stability for the engine itself. Unity 2021 is still being directly supported from Unity with monthly updates, if not more than monthly updates, and will continue to through Q3 of next year, which is realistically the newest that they can go with the most support and stability. You can sort of look at this as if a car company puts out a brand new car where they completely redesign the thing. You don't necessarily want the first year, or possibly not even the second year. You want them to have some iterations on it, tweak a couple things, make sure it's all good, and then if you like the car, you go with the car. It's the same sort of thing with this. You don't immediately want to try out the new engine. Let them figure some stuff out, let them fix some things, maybe iterate or change some things, and then you get what you're going for, it will just end up being better. At least that's my opinion on it. You're free to have your own, and if you're an expert on this stuff, please let me know what you think in the comments. Or again, on Twitter or Discord, both linked below. So all in all, a solid tech patch with some interesting things to keep an eye out for. If something does pop off this weekend, I'm going to be a little bit AFK as I'm moving across the country in about 2 weeks. So my friends and I decided to do a weekend trip for Memorial Day weekend. I'll have my laptop and I will have Wi-Fi at certain times, but generally speaking, I won't be as available, definitely not as usual, until about Tuesday morning. I'm thinking it's possible that we get an event this weekend, but not much more than that. So keep an eye out and I will of course let you guys know more once I do, whether it's from a PC, a laptop, or a phone. But that's all for now, guys. Follow me on Twitter or join Discord for the minute-by-minute stuff, both linked below. Like the video if you did, sub for more, comment what you think, and check out my other channels for other games right here. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.